Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rob Beatty with the Levy Senior Center Foundation board. Thank you all for being here for today's lecture. Momma Kemba portrays Fannie Lou Hamer. Momma Kemba travels the U.S. and abroad, keeping the spirit of strong black women in American history alive through dramatic storytelling and song. Extensive research is evident in her presentations. They are described as spiritual, riveting, dynamic, fine-tuned, motivational, inspirational, and educational. The stories of Harriet Tubman, Mary McLeon-Bethune, Sojourner Truth, Ida B. Wells, Aunt Clara Brown, and Fannie Lou Hamer are performed in full costume. Momma Kemba conducts workshops that demonstrate teaching and learning through drama and storytelling. This program is made possible by the Levy Senior Center Foundation and the City of Evanston. As a reminder, please pull your phones out and silence those cell phones and reserve all your questions for the end of the presentation. At that time, if you have questions, please raise your hands and wait to be given a microphone. We'll be walking around with that so that those watching online, welcome online, registrants can hear your questions as well. If you are attending online via Zoom, please use the Q&A function, the question and answer function on your screen to submit questions. All right. Fannie? Yeah, and no pictures, no pictures. We do have our own cameraman here in the back that will be taking some, but please refrain from taking pictures. And last, Fannie Lou Hamer. 2 months before he died, Malcolm X shared the Audubon stage with a person he called the country's #1 freedom fighting woman. She was the 20th child born to sharecroppers in the Mississippi Delta. She never stopped singing, marching, and speaking throughout the civil rights struggle. She was strong and powerful. Please give a warm Evanston Levy Center welcome to Miss Fannie Lou Hamer.
Of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Whoa, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, come on. All over Mississippi, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, all over Mississippi, I'm gonna let it shine. All over Mississippi, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. October 6, 1917, I come into this world. The youngest of 20 children, boy, to Jim and Luella Towns. They named me Fannie Lou. We live in a tar paper shack, sleep on cotton sacks full up with dry grass. Nighttime, we sang songs, Papa tell jokes, and we parched peanuts around the fire. I love school, reciting poetry. I won a spelling bee. but I couldn't go no longer in 6th grade. See, we plant, pick cotton, give half to the man what own the land. It's what they call sharecropping. Life wasn't much better than slavery. We were still breaking our back, working from sun up to sundown. Sharecropping, credit, and no right to vote is how white folks kept poor black folks down. Trying to raise up could cost your life. One year, Papa done good, so he rent some land and buy 3 mules, Ella, Bird, and Henry. The white man put Paris Green in the food trough, kill every animal we had. That poison knocked us right back down flat. We ain't never get back up again. All my young life I work a farm, but I ain't never had enough to eat. I asked my mama, how come white folks have everything and they don't even work? My mama say, hating make you weak. America's sick, and we they only hope. When her clothes tear, she patch 'em. When the patch tear, she patched that. I swore when I got grown, my mama wasn't never gonna have to wear no more patch clothes. Within the old home place, her patient, smiling face would always spread good comfort, hope, and cheer. And when she used to sing to her eternal King, it was the song the angels love to hear. If I could, come on, hear my mother pray again, if I could only hear her tender voice, and then how happy I would be. 'Twould mean so much to me if I could hear my mother pray again. In 1944, me and Pap Hamer get married. Pap run a little juke joint. We make and sell liquor. Daytime, I pick cotton. Nighttime, I clean the Marlowe house and keep his books. It took all this just to get by. One day, they little daughter say, Fannie Lou, you ain't got to clean this bathroom too good. It's just for old honey. We had to use an outhouse, but they dog had his own indoor plumbing. I asked God to just help me do something about what's going on in Mississippi. All my life, I longed for change. It was slow coming. I ain't never give up hope. Summer 1955, 14-year-old Emmett Till come to visit his Uncle Mo in Money, Mississippi, about 25 miles from us in Ruralville. He bought candy, bubble gum. Say bye baby to the white woman in the store, so say. J.W. Myler and Roy Bryant came and took little Emmett away. His body was found in the Tallahassee River. A 75-pound cotton gin fan tied round his neck with barbed wire. He done been beat vicious and shot through the head. His mama, Miss Mamie Till, have an open casket so the world could see what they done to her baby. 10 years earlier, while serving his country in Italy, Emmett's dad, Louis Till, was arrested, tried, and convicted of the rape and murder of 2 white women. Black officials were not allowed to participate in this fiasco. They and many others believed Till to be innocent. He was just being used as a scapegoat to deter other black soldiers from fraternizing with white women. Under military order signed by then General Dwight D. Eisenhower, he was hung, lynched. Hung, lynched. The 2 men, all this information was brought forward by Senator James Eastland, Democrat in Mississippi, to say that Lil Emmett was just like his daddy, and he deserved everything he got. The 2 men were found not guilty. Later, Milam became the policeman in our town. Folks, listen to the story. It's one that all should know. About a Negro boy, 14, named Emmett Till, from Chicago to Mississippi to see his Uncle Mo. But we won't see little Emmett anymore. Emmett Till, Emmett Till, his name will be a legend we all know. From Chicago to Mississippi to see his Uncle Mo. But we won't see little Emmett anymore. Black folks is hate deep. I kept on praying for change. I ain't know what else to do. I didn't know there was other black women with the same burning fire inside as me. Just 3 months later, Rosa Parks was arrested because she wouldn't give up her seat to a white person on the Montgomery City bus. When Ralph Abernathy called for a boycott, they tell me not one of 25,000 African Americans rode them buses. They held fast for 382 days. When the Supreme Court banned segregation in public transportation, the boycott ended. But a light done been lit. Black folks started to protest all over the South. I still picking cotton in Ruleville. Ain't know much about what was going on. In 1957, Governor Albert Forbes called out the National Guard to block 9 black students from going to all-white Central High in Little Rock. President Eisenhower ordered in federal marshals. The civil rights movement forged on. 1960, in Greensboro, North Carolina, 4 black A&T students sat down at a Woolworth's lunch counter. They was beat up by whites. The next day, 20 come. The third day, 50 come. Some was white. Reporters let the rest of the country know what was going on. By April, sit-ins done spread to 77 cities. Before the year was out, now 75,000 young folk was sitting in. 4,000 was arrested. In 1961 in Washington, D.C., 7 black and 6 white got on a Greyhound bus in Washington, D.C., headed for the Deep South to challenge segregation in interstate travel. They was beat, the bus was set afire. The Freedom Riders went on, and so did the beatings. The police ain't do nothing. That same year, I was sterilized without being told. When I asked the doctor why he do that to me, he ain't opened his mouth. Not much word about the movement reach us in Movierville. Even if you had a little radio by nighttime, you're too tired to listen to the news. Time just passed. In the spring, we plant the cotton. In the fall, we pick it. Nothing seemed to change except the season. Then in the fall of 1963, a mass meeting was held at our church. SNCC and SCLC leaders say if anything was going to change in Mississippi, we would have to go to Indianola and register to vote. I was 44 years old, and this what I've been waiting for all my life. I'm gonna register to vote. I'm gonna let it shine. Come on. I'm gonna register to vote. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna register to vote. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And in the NOLA, white folks was outside in cowboy boots and hats with guns and bad dogs. Inside, they say we gotta explain one of the 286 sections of the Mississippi State Constitution before we could register. All 18 of us failed. Driving home, we was pulled over, arrested, and fined $100 because our bus was too yellow. When I finally got home, Mr. Marlowe was in a snit. You go, take it back or leave. We're not ready for this in Mississippi. I say, Mr. Marlowe, I ain't go to register for you. I went for myself. I left that night. 16 shots was fired into the home of friends what took me in. Meanwhile, things was heating up at the University of Mississippi, the pride of the state. Ross Barnett vowed, no Negro will ever be admitted into Ole Miss while I am your governor. President Kennedy ordered in 34,000 federal marshals. By morning, 160 folks was hurt, 2 was dead, and James Meredith was registered as the first African-American student at the University of Mississippi. Oh, beautiful for pilgrims' feet, whose stern impassioned stress a thoroughfare for freedom's beat across the wilderness. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You taking pictures? Okay. I went back to Ruleville as a field secretary for SNCC, organizing day and night. Pap done been fired from his job after 30 years and arrested by a $9,000 water bill when we ain't even had running water. We lost our house, furniture, and car. Would nobody give us work? All this just for one to vote. I went back to Indianola and told that Clay, you gonna see me every 30 days till I pass. SNCC done brought some hope to Mississippi. Summer 1963, 6,000 school children start freedom marches in Birmingham. The world saw them being knocked down by powerful jets of water from fireman holes, being attacked by ferocious dogs, all ordered by Bull Connor. Local businessmen, afraid about losing money, called for lunch counter and restroom desegregation in 90 days. We was arrested in Winona coming back from a voter registration drive. Oh, they called me way out my name. Say they was gonna make me wish I was dead. They took 14-year-old June Johnson first. Then Miss Arnell Ponder. Then they come for me. They carry me out that cell. Had me lay face down on this bunk bed. They told two prisoners, two black prisoners, if you don't beat her, you know what we gonna do to you. The first one beat me with a blackjack till he give out. Then the second one took over. While the first one hold down my legs, I started to work my feet and they make him sit on them. I was trying to protect my left side because I had polio when I was 6 years old. I tried to smooth down my dress. That patrolman pulled it up over my head. It was so horrible. I couldn't stop screaming. A white man started beating me in my head. Hush up, nigga! They beat me. They beat me. They beat me so long, my skin turned black and hard like cowhide. Soon one morning, death come creeping in my room. Whoa, soon one morning, death come creeping in my room. Soon one morning, death come creeping in my room. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do? I'm so glad trouble don't last always. Whoa, I'm so glad trouble don't last always. I'm so glad Trouble don't last always. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do? 3 days later, James Bevel and Andrew Young carry me, half conscious, to the doctor. I looked so horrible. I couldn't let my folks see me for not 3 months. My eye and kidney never did get right. While we was in jail, George Wallace stood on the schoolhouse steps to block integration at the University of Alabama. President Kennedy spoke up. If an American, because of the color of his skin, cannot eat in a restaurant open to the public, cannot send his children to the best public schools available, cannot live the full and free life we all desire, then who among us would stand in his place? A great change is at hand. Our duty, our obligation is to make that revolution peaceful. Those who do nothing are inviting shame as well as violence. That same night, June 12, 1963, a single round from a high-powered rifle killed Medgar Evers in his front yard. Murderer Byron D. LeBecq went free. Nina Simone wrote her dynamic song, Mississippi, goddamn. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Can't you see it? Can't you feel it? It's all in the air. I can't stand the pressure much longer. Somebody say a prayer, 'cause Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Don't tell me, I'll tell you. Me and my people just about do. I've been there, so I know. You keep on saying, go slow, go slow. But that's just the trouble. Too slow. Come on now. Desegregation. Too slow. Mass participation. Too slow. Unification. Too slow to do things gradually. Too slow. Will bring more tragedy. Too slow. Why don't you see it? Why don't you hear it? I don't know. I don't know. You don't have to live next to me. Just give me my equality. 'Cause everybody knows about Mississippi. Everybody knows about Alabama. Everybody knows about Mississippi. God damn. That's it. All this caused President Kennedy to introduce his new civil rights bill. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. decided on a march on Washington to show support. 250,000 people come. 60,000 was white. Dr. King made his famous speech. I have a dream. The day was peaceful. 18 days later, a bomb ripped through the 16th Street Baptist Church. 4 little girls were brutally murdered. Black folks took to the streets. Some was attacking the police with stones and bricks. The police had guns. 2 months after that march, which was 6 months after he had spoke up for civil rights, in Dallas, Texas, President Kennedy was assassinated. Oh, beautiful for heroes prove in liberating strife, who more than self his country love, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy goal refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. still preached nonviolence. But more and more, black folks wanted to fight back. Picasso Willie Rick's notion of black power was catching on. Young folks was chanting, beep, beep, bang, bang, Ungawa, black power. Beep, beep, bang, bang, Ungawa, black power. Beep, beep, bang, bang, Ungawa, black power. The government was making small concessions, but we could not rest. We had to keep the nations focused on Mississippi. Summer 1964, we started bringing in young, white student volunteers. We told them about the danger, and they should leave if they was afraid. We thought the white children would not be brutalized. Corps members Andrew Goodman, Mickey Sojourner, and James Chaney was arrested and disappeared. Just days before the Democratic National Convention, their bodies was found, buried in a trench. Sojourner and Chaney's folks wanted to bury their sons side by side. Mississippi refused, like his church house, schoolhouse, libraries, and picture show. Cemeteries in Mississippi were segregated. At the Freedom Democratic Council, the integrated Freedom Democratic Party challenged the all-white party. Our goal was to be seated as the legal representative of Mississippi. I was co-chair. On national television, I talked about life in Mississippi. The violence, that brutal beating in that Winona jail. If the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party is not seated now, I question America. Is this America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, where our lives are threatened daily because we want to live as decent human beings? President Lyndon Baines Johnson had the networks to cut me off. But the people had heard enough. From all over, telegrams of support come. Johnson's compromise was to offer us 2 seats. We refuse. We ain't come all this way for no 2 seats when all us is tired and we sick and tired of being sick and tired. The delegation approved his compromise. They would not recognize us. I cried, not for myself, but for America. Oh, America, America, God mend thine every flaw, confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law. SNCC radicals such as Stokely Carmichael saw this as proof the whole system was corrupt. More and more, they challenged the leadership of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They wanted freedom at any cost. If they had to die, they wanted to die fighting. Though the one thing we did wrong, come on, stayed in the wilderness far too long. Paul and Silas down in jail, wasn't nobody to go they bail. No, the first thing we did right was the day we started to fight. Keep your eye on the prize. Hold on, hold on. December 1964, I stood on the stage of the Audubon Theater with our shining prince, Brother Malcolm X. He say I was the country's #1 freedom-fighting woman. Malcolm warned us, keep your coffee black, because if you lighten it, it might put you to sleep instead of keeping you woke. 2 months later, on that same stage, before his wife and children, he was gunned down by brothers. Can we sing a little bit for Brother Malcolm? Come on, just a closer walk with thee, just a closer walk with thee, just a closer walk with thee, just a closer walk with thee. Through this world of toil and snares, if I falter, Lord, who cares? Who will all our sorrow share? None but thee, the Lord. None but thee, with thee, just so close a walk with thee, so close a walk with thee, just so close a walk with thee. Grant it, my Lord, if you please. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it just a closer walk with thee. About a month or so later, SCLC decided on a 54-mile march from Selma to Montgomery to focus national attention on the violence of this country. On the Edmund Pettus Bridge, Hosea Williams, John Lewis, and 600 marchers was brutalized by state troopers on horseback. Oh, they tell me they rode them horses all up in the church house. They called it Bloody Sunday. When Viola Liuzzu, a white Detroit housewife, saw footage on television, she drove her old Oldsmobile for 3 days to join the demonstration. She was chased by the Ku Klux Klan at speeds up to 100 miles an hour and shot twice in the face. When my feeble life is old, time for me won't be no more. Guide me gently, safely, oh, to thy shore, to thy kingdom shore. About a week or so later, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. led 3,000 marchers across that same bridge. When they got to Montgomery, 5 days later, there was 25,000 marchers. From all walks of life. Preachers, teachers, doctors, lawyers, singers, athletes, priests, nuns. This was the last massive act of unity between black and white, radical and moderate. In '64, there had been riots in Chicago, Harlem, and Philadelphia. In '65, Watts broke out in Los Angeles. In '66, the Black Panther Party was founded in Oakland. It was needed. December 4th, 1969, Illinois Panther Chairman Fred Hampton, age 21, was brutally murdered by Chicago police. Even Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. could not escape the violence that was shaking America. April 4th, 1967, in a speech in New York City, he challenged America. If America continues to make nonviolent protests possible, she is making violent revolution inevitable. I hate to say it, but America is the #1 perpetrator of violence in the world today. One year to the day. You hear me? 1 year to the day. April 4th, 1968, Memphis, Tennessee. He was shot and killed. The whole country erupted. and Nina Simone sang. Once upon this planet Earth lived a man of humble birth, preaching love and freedom for his fellow man. He was dreaming of the day peace would come to earth to stay, and he spread the message all across the land. Turn the other cheek, he'd plead. Come here, baby. Love thy neighbor was his creed. Pain, humiliation, death. Oh, you Maceo. He did not dress, you don't know what that means, with his Bible. Thank you, at his side. From his foes, he did not hide. And it's hard to think that this great man is dead. He was for equality for all people, you and me. Full of love and goodwill, hate was not his way. He was not a violent man. Tell me if you can, why was he shot down the other day? Will the murders never cease? Are they men? Are they beasts? What do they ever hope to gain? Will my country fall, stand or fall? Is it too late for us all? And did Martin Luther King just die in vain? 'Cause he'd sing the mountaintop and he knew he could not stop, always living with the threat of death ahead. Folks, you better stop and think, for we're headed for the brink. What can happen now that the King of Love is dead? Thank you. Thank you so very much. My name is Momma Kemba. That's MOMMAKEMBA@att.net. We are available to visit your facility, your home, your family reunion, your school, your church, your prison, your job corps, your wedding, your birth, your death, or your divorce. We who believe in freedom cannot rest, cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. In 1964, when authorities decided to drag the Mississippi River looking for the 3 white students missing, they found the bodies of many, many black men who no one had bothered to look for. Ella Baker was advisor to SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. She was so moved, she wrote a poem. Until the killing of black men, black mothers' sons is as important as the killing of white men, white mothers' sons. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. Bernice Johnson Reagan, a college student, was a member of the Freedom Singers. She went on to found the women's a cappella singing group, Sweet Honey in the Rock. They recorded Ella's poem, and they called it Ella's Song. Until the killing of white men, white mother sons is as important as the killing of, I did it wrong. I got twisted. Until the killing of black men, black mother sons is as important as the killing of white men, white mother son. We who believe in freedom cannot rest, cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. That which touches me most is that I've had a chance to work with people, passing on to others that which was passed on to me. The older I get, the better I know that the secret to my going on is when the reins are in the hands of the young who dare to run against the storm. Not needing to clutch for power, not needing light just to shine on me. I just need to be one in the number as we stand against tyranny. I'm a woman who speaks in a voice, and I must be heard. And at times I can be quite difficult. I bow to no man's word. Oh, we who believe in freedom cannot rest, cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it's won. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess we have time for questions.
Momma Kemba, this gentleman is a national treasure.
Thank you, thank you.
And he wants to know, what is your
Thank
message?
you, thank you, thank you. To the young people is don't get mad, get smart. Learn everything you can about what we've been through so that you will know how to fight against it. Don't get mad, don't get stupid. Get smart. This what made you do?
Fannie Lou Hamer.
Fannie Lou Hamer. Everyone that I do, I have something in common with them besides being a strong black woman. That's given. But Fannie Lou Hamer had polio when she was 6 years old in her left leg. I had polio in my left leg when I was 3 years old. down in Coffeyville, Mississippi. So when you see me dipping up here, it's not because I've been nipping. But I am here still running.
Do you have any written a book or a life, anything online about you?
No. I have a book in my computer that I've been writing for years for my children. I started in 1940. I started back for 1940 when I was born in Coffeyville, Mississippi, and I'm up to 2020. But I don't remember the stuff now. I remember a lot of stuff from back then, but it's hard to remember what happened yesterday.
I don't think I need the mic, but it's okay. I would say, what do you think are the parallels to the stories that you tell and what's happening today?
uh, that's a great question because I know everybody knows it's the same. Nothing has changed. And the Hispanic people are being hunted down like we were by patty rollers after slavery. And during slavery, we were hunted down by the patty rollers. We couldn't go. We had to have uh, freedom papers, which sometimes they would tear up and throw away, and that's what they're doing to the Hispanic people now. They're just grabbing them. They're grabbing black people now too. Let me tell you, they are still doing that. They have been killing us ever since we came here, and people wonder how we still live and laugh and have children and dance and sing and work. We have worked so hard and we have built so much for them to say that we are lazy, we don't do nothing. We have built so many towns, so many businesses, and people have come along and either stole them or destroyed them or both. We just getting tired. I'm tired. I'm 85 and I am tired. Girl, you didn't know I was 85. This young man,
One, two.
he might not know it. But everywhere I go, I collect children. They belong to me. Do we have another question? I see a hand.
There we go. Coming back.
I see what you are doing to groups like this, but what do you think? Are churches doing anything?
Besides collecting money?
So for everyone else, I see what you are doing, she said, but are the churches doing anything? And that's kind of an open-ended kind of question. The songs that she sings, she's connecting those songs to the churches. So the stories.
I take that back. Some churches are doing something besides passing out sleeping pills. Some are. Pardon? Well, they could do a lot. They could. I say that every church should own a business. If the church is a mega church, it should own a mega business, and it should hire their members in the business, and it wouldn't be so many unemployed people. But you have a mega church where you have thousands of people jumping up and down on Sunday, and some of them are unemployed. So every church should have a business, even if they only hired their members. That would make a big dent in the poverty in our race. But they don't have businesses. Well, some do. Yes. I know. Okay. Well, I'm one that don't go. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm like Emmett Till's granddaddy. I had my enough. But I don't. Whatever you want to do, I don't. This is sounding weird. It's okay. Uh, whatever floats your boat. Whatever you do to get across, just keep moving. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Great performance. Do you have one or two books that you could suggest for my niece, for like young people, or even myself? Like if we really wanted to get a really clear picture of what those times may have been like.
Well, I read a book called Sacrificial Lamb. I don't remember who wrote it. It was about Emmett Till, because in that book, this woman explained that Rosa Parks, was not really the reason, not the real reason that the civil rights movement escalated. It was Emmett Till, but they could not put that face out there and ask black people to be nonviolent. I was 14 when he was killed. He was 14. I saw that picture on the front of Jet. I was terrified because the picture is so big and so real. The picture I have here, whoever has it, please pass it up. It's not as it's not like it was on that front of that magazine.
The Jet magazine.
What did I say?
No,
did I? Oh,
right.
okay. This is the Defender, but it was on the Jet.
It was
too.
Jet.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw it as a kid and I never forgot. I had nightmares.
So Sacrificial Lamb, that's the first one.
Yeah, and Fannie Lou there's a book called This Little Light of Mine. But I realized in researching Fannie Lou Hamer that the 60s were hot. We were at war and we didn't even know it. I mean, this stuff was happening right behind each other, this killing, this murder, all this stuff. They were just hitting us from every side. And we were still nonviolent. Nina Simone said, I ain't never been nonviolent. I dedicated this particular script to Nina Simone, Emmett Till, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I met Nina Simone in Senegal in 1986. I knew I would meet her one day because I loved her too much not to ever meet her. Love, adored, whatever you can say. I just got to meet Nina Simone. And I walked into the Novotel Hotel one night, and there she was. And somebody said, there's Nina Simone. I dropped everything. And I went with her that night. She was waiting for a cab. I went with her. I stayed with her for 3 days. She told me stories of, she had a lot of mistreatment from men, and she was very volatile at that time. Very volatile. And after 3 days, I realized that I had had my 3 days and it was time for me to move on because I didn't know. She was dangerous at that point. I knew she was dangerous, but that's my love. Yeah.
We got a few questions, a couple questions we're going to get to on Zoom, so just hold tight. And
While you're holding tight, I sit and sew, and all these things up here I made. And when we're done, I want you to come and look at my beautiful wearable art. And this young lady here has one of my pieces on.
how long have you been doing this? And the reason I'm saying this, if you want to repeat the question for the folks on Zoom.
How long have I been doing the performances? About 30 or so years. Yeah.
Did you start out as a performer?
I'll tell the story for those who haven't heard it because this is my third time here and many of you have heard it. back. I was born in 1940 in Coffeyville, Mississippi. About 2 years old, I was stricken with infantile paralysis, pneumonia, it's now called polio, chicken pox, whooping cough. I was a sick puppy. My parents finally got time to take me to town, and the administration at town said, she's too sick, we can't do nothing for her. Take that little nigger home and let her die there. Now, don't worry about the word nigger. Nigger don't mean nothing. It's just their word. It's not our word. Okay? And if you study history, you will find out that that word's derived from a word that means king. So, and also Julian Bond did a piece where he said from Niger to nigger, where he said that most of the slaveholders thought that the Africans from the Niger region were stronger and more intelligent and more beautiful. So they would say, bring me one of those Nigers. And of course, in their ignorance, they slurred it because they try to make everything derogatory. Okay, so they said I had to go home, and at home was my grandmother, O'Ray Booker Washington. She was born in 1888. She had 15 children. She was a midwife. She delivered the babies in the area, and she would rub me from head to toe every day. She refused to let me die. It doesn't matter what was on her hand. It's the love that came through her hands. Finally, they were able to take me to Indianapolis, Indiana, to the Riley Hospital, where I experienced the first racism that I knew, but I didn't know what it was at the time, because the nurses who were there to take care of me as a toddler would stand in the door and point at my hair and laugh. They thought it was funny that my hair is so strong and powerful and beautiful. Blessed we are with this hair. Blessed we are. So finally, they sent me back to Mississippi to my grandma. She would stand me in the floor. She would have me sing all day. She would give me a needle and thread, and she would say, sew this fabric. I'm a toddler. Taught me how to thread a needle, and this is what you see from that. She would give me a pencil and a paper and say, draw this bird. She wanted me to be able to use my hands and my voice because she didn't know if I'd ever walk. And I never used this cane until I was 80 years old, and I'm trying to get rid of it now. I have danced, I have modeled, I have taught dance, I have worked with children my entire life, putting them up and pulling out their talents and making them feel like something. So when my grandmother had me sing for her, there was only the Grand Ole Opry, so there were no black stations, so that's what I learned, and I know all the songs, got the twang and everything. Your cheating heart will make you weep. You cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Yeehaw! Yes.
I know it's not necessarily a question. First of all, I'm honored and feel so great
Thank you.
just to be in your presence.
Thank you, ma'am.
I also want to let you know that and so many things you said was so relevant because
I heard you.
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
I heard you.
The stories were some of my realities.
Yeah.
I lived during the time. I lived there where we were deprived of.
Yeah.
Those four little girls that got bummed at the 16th Street Baptist.
Yeah.
Those were my classmates.
All right. I even heard you back with the cotton, picking cotton.
Amen. Amen. We go to school, we have to get that feel.
Uh-huh. I heard you. It was very good. I like that spirit. That helps to push me. Yeah, I said, look at sister over there.
When you sang this little light of mine,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it shine.
All right. Yeah, that's her song. Yeah.
Come on. I felt
Yeah,
you.
yeah, all right. My God, give it to me. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, my God, give it to me, and I'm gonna let it shine. My God, give it to me, and I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
What is your take on James Baldwin?
Oh, he's my son too. He's wonderful, 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 soft, gentle spirit who spoke the truth. Spoke the truth. And people, because he was gay, I think he got a bad rap, well, because he was black. I always say, when I tell the story of the hospital and being denied treatment, they did not deny me treatment because I'm black. They denied me treatment because they were white. That's the difference. When I go to colleges and students will ask me, why do they hate us so much because we black? I said, they don't hate us because we black. They hate us because they white. So any white person that has hate in their heart, for me, this wonderful, beautiful black woman, it's so sad for them.
They were just saying online they just wanted the questions repeated so that they can hear what the question was. So that's all. So no questions online. Any?
What are you going to do next for us?
I don't know. That's up to you.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, no.
All right.
These 6 women live with me in my house. I can't say I got a favorite. No, I can't have a favorite. But I have Harriet Tubman still. Oh, I haven't done Mary McLeod-Bethune in years, or Clara Brown in years. But I remember, I hope, because I had to really kind of practice for today because it's a lot. And Fannie has the most of all the people. She has the most history and the most dates and the most names, and but I got it.
Let's give Momma Kemba. Hey, one more question. Yes.
Good afternoon. I like the spirit in you because you have a strong missionary attitude. And I do believe and see where I can imagine you teaching small children. So, do you have a portfolio or anything that I can take with me today?
I don't have a portfolio. Oh, sorry. I don't have a portfolio. I have a card, and I passed out all the other information that I had. But there's a card there. You could give her a card. I'm running out of cards, so I didn't bring a lot. But anybody that really needs one can have one. Um, I have worked with children, as I say, my entire life. Most of it was on a volunteer basis. I would bring them into my home, the ones that were thrown away and that were said to be bad, because there are no bad children. There are abused children. And I always apply that also to the fact that people say we have bad hair. And I said, we don't have bad hair, we have abused hair. Just like the children are not bad, they're abused.
Let's give Momma Kemba as Fannie Lou Hamer today a great round of applause. All right now. If you really enjoyed what you saw today, please consider leaving a donation for the Levy Senior Center Foundation. This is how we do our lectures. This is how we have great events like this, and we want to keep doing that for our senior population. So on your way out, we do have a donation box, and we would appreciate a donation if you.
Don't
you can do that. And don't forget Momma Kemba's pop-up shop over here. All right, to my left. And she made all of that over there. All right.